Carlos Santana is a driving spirit in rock guitar and beyond, bringing his native Latin roots along with an affinity for blues and jazz to the core of classic rock. His standout signatures are his smooth, earthy humbucker guitar tone, known as the Santana sound, and his brilliantly tasteful balance of fast licks, melody, and space. Carlos Santana is in the workshop. This vamp is based on a movement of A minor 7 to D, sometimes D major like this, sometimes D7. We're going to be using various scales for the Santana phrases, coming from Dorian, which has this F sharp right here that speaks directly to the D chord change. A lot of times there's the blues scale too, like the here. Combinations of blues scale and Dorian. Anyway, let's check out the licks in phrase 1. You see there's a lot of F sharp in that phrase. Bouncing off of the high E string, off of each one of those notes of Dorian. Under one pick, we have all those slurs and a chromatic movement down on the second string before the lick ends. Like phrase 1, we're still in 1969 Live at Woodstock Soul Sacrifice vibe. And we're going to be doing more Dorian and minor pentatonic connections. This is the notes of the Dorian scale that we need for this phrase. Let's check it out. The first lick, big emphasis on the F sharp there. A lot of multi-picked notes. A lot of pull-offs here on the first string. Let's follow this up here, hammer and pull, so right in the scale, and finishing here. Phrase 3, more of the same, with the Dorian scale up high here in 17th, and back where we started, an octave lower for Dorian mode here, combined with minor pentatonic form 1. Opening lick has the C at the bottom, acting as an access to all these notes. And some pull-offs, emphasis on the F sharp again for the D chord. Unison bend, a high C to D bend, and then an old favorite Carlos lick, a 3-note one like that. Coming down the Dorian scale, slowly one note at a time, on one string, till we land here for this lick. Dorian combined with minor pentatonic, a favorite of Carlos Santana. Like that. Moving on to phrase 4, we got more Dorian and minor pentatonic morphing, with licks in the spirit and feel of Evil Ways. More emphasis to the F sharp here for that 4 chord again. Let's check these out. There you go, F sharp, a third of the D chord. Once again, similar. A lot of emphasis on the third of the D chord. And we got double stop, bend, and release. Yet some more core Dorian mode playing in phrase 5, laid out here. Still pulling from Evil Ways. Some nice bends there on the G to A. And then we got pull-offs. Bend, release, and slide back. A little faster. Putting it all together. Now the second lick in the phrase forms an A minor triad right there. A real nice way of putting this all together, all the Dorian notes. Watch again. Sliding up, right into a bend, and another bend from G to A. On to phrase 6, we're going to stay with the rhythm pickup, and we're going to roll in most of the tone here for a much darker, warmer Carlos Santana tone. Using minor pentatonic form 1 for the most part, and introducing major pentatonic. Haven't seen this in a while. A long form version of it right here. Okay, here are the licks. Kind of on the mellow side, slow bend. Just really take your time with these bends and releases. It's very lyrical, this one. Right in the box. It's all good. Sliding up, setting us up for major pentatonic for this lick. Very pretty one. Phrase 7, let's change up the pace and go to minor pentatonic form 4, up here in 12th position, with a touch of Dorian right here, in these notes, and also a shift back to minor form 3 in this box, and a little blues scale. And we're looking to summon some hot, live Carlos licks here. This bend from D to E, with a tremolo pick on it. Release and pull off. And here's an alternate pick Dorian lick, like that, up the tempo. Leading us to a popular favorite of Carlos right here with a picked trill from E to G, and a bend and release. Another Dorian lick here, descending and shifting back to minor form 3. And the blue note, E flat, slid up and back, right there on the 13th fret. Concluding this workshop with some natural minor licks up here in 17th position. Notice it's an F right there instead of an F sharp for natural minor. And I'm going to cheat here and jump up a decade or two for licks in the style of smooth. Starts with high B to C a bunch of times, bend from C to D and a tremolo pick again. And then we're going to go into, right here, go into minor, natural minor, morphing into minor pentatonic. And lastly, tremolo picked octaves from E all the way up to the 9th to B. And that's that for that.